The longshoreman watched as the half-crazy dog lumbered unceremoniously through the house, sniffing out his chew treat. He also noticed the red beeping button on the answering machine. He leaned down and pressed play. "You have 3 messages," the computerized voice announced. The first message was from his father. Joe Meese's words came out hoarse and raspy. "We got a bunch of loads coming in tomorrow. You better get some rest." Nothing new there, Danny told himself. The second message was from Candy, a girl looking to hook up. Her words were southern, drawn in. "Hey Danny, how's it going? I just thought I'd call and see how you were doing. God, I wish she'd quit calling." And the third message was from Jimmy Dempsey, better known as Hunt. And he sounded perturbed. "Where the hell you at, man? I'm all the way up here in Denmark, and I really need to talk to you ASAP. You got that, amigo? Wait by the phone tonight. I'll call you back." And then the line went dead. For the next few hours, Danny didn't even take the dog for a walk. Finally, around 10:30, the call came. Hunt said, "It's about damn time you answered the phone. And it's about time you called back." As far as pleasantries were concerned, that's about as far as it got. "We've been waiting for you to call," Danny told him seriously. "We've?" Hunt said. "What do you mean, we've?" "You ain't gonna believe it when I tell you." Hunt sensed something terribly wrong. "Now listen, don't go blowing your top when I tell you. Just don't go jumping into conclusions, alright? Cut the crap, Danny. What the fuck's going on? Your brother's gone over there looking for you." "What? Say that again." "That's right. That girl of yours, Hannah, she called your mama and told her everything. And then, well, you know, next thing I know is William's on the plane. He's down in Harlem right now, working at one of them coffee shops. I tried, but I couldn't stop him, Jimmy." Hunt thinking, what have I done? Oh God, this can't be. To Danny then he said, "What do you mean you couldn't stop him?" Inside, a seething rage of horror flooded his body. "Fuck, man. Motherfucker. How long's he been there?" "Almost 2 weeks. Do you know what coffee shop he's working at?" "Not really sure, bro. Has something to do with a man by the name of Timon DeBoer. I think that's how you say it. Anyway, Hannah's father arranged it all, evidently. They seem to have some kind of plan to find you." A long silence ensued. "Jimmy, hey man, you there?" "Yeah, I'm here. And I was ready to get on a plane and come home." It was then that he realized the money only got you so far. "I just can't believe it. Of all people, William jumps on a plane and comes looking for me. It's unbelievable." was on the way home. Thought I had it all figured out. Inside, Hunt felt devastation crushing him to the bone. It was the worst thing that could possibly happen. Or so he thought. There's something else, buddy. Hunt didn't like the tone of his friend's voice. There's only one way to tell you this, bro. William called. They killed your girlfriend. And her father, too. Danny waited for a response. But he only heard deep, pain-stained breaths in the earpiece. Gently, he said, I'm sorry, man. What happened? William said there was this terrible car crash. Said that someone ran Hannah and her father off the road. He thinks the people who were after you had something to do with it. It wasn't as if time was moving forward so much as it stood still. Look, Hunt told his childhood friend, I made some bad mistakes, but I've really done it this time. Sliding, slipping, sliding. Is there any way you can get word to William? We can try, but up till now, we've had to wait for him to call us. Well, just try. Tell him to get the hell out of there. And Mama, how's she taking it? She's a strong woman, Jimmy. She's concerned, though. Whatever you do, you keep trying to get through to William. I should be back in Ternosian sometime in the next 12 hours. As Hunt said this, he noticed on the billboard that a train would be leaving for Nijmegen in 2 minutes, where he would figure out his next move. Look, I'll call you soon. I gotta go. Hunt's breath came forth right. Understand something, Danny? These men, they're the real deal. They'll kill William. I gotta do something. We tried to stop him, Jimmy. We really did. You know how your brother is? No, I really don't know my brother. There's no time to sit and squabble about it, though. There's another thing, Danny said. What fucking now? Your partner, Rutger, they got him too. On Friday, October 4th, Hunt boarded the train with over 3 million American dollars in sequentially numbered $100 bills, all stacked neatly in a Gucci messenger bag. Under normal circumstances, a man with this much money would be thrilled. In Hunt's case, he felt the sea of doom descending upon him, because he now realized the danger that he caused. A wave of emotion had swept over Hunt, nearly drowning him in his own blood. Although Rutger's death had come as no real surprise, he surely hadn't been prepared for the loss of Hannah. And her father. It wasn't supposed to end like that. No, not at all, he told himself. Maybe Rutger deserved his fate, but not Hannah. No way. Someone would have to pay for her death. One thing he knew for certain, he was headed back to the pits of hell. Terranosian, the crab. His brother Internosian? How could it be? Never in a million years could he have imagined such a scenario. He was a boy when I left, for Christ's sake. How in the hell does something like this happen? Doesn't make sense. But it had happened, and now Hunt was going back to Ternosia. He wasn't going home at all. And he certainly didn't have time to grieve. He knew that his demons awaited him. Hunt felt like a man possessed, mourning a distant option, if one at all. His primary focus, to subdue the rage burning within his soul. He had known from the beginning that it was too good to be true. The money, reuniting with his family. Although he'd been exonerated in America for the murder, he was still being punished. Maybe, after all the havoc he caused in his life, he deserved this sorry fate. No doubt, he caused his family pain and heartbreak. But not his brother. No, William doesn't deserve this fate. And I'm not gonna let it happen. No fucking way. In spite of his predicament, Hunt admitted to himself that it felt good to know that his family still cared about him. He would do everything in his power to make things right. As he boarded the train that would take him back to Holland, he knew that time was of the essence. I'll make up for this, I swear. By Friday afternoon, the Sicilian was at his wit's end. He'd been snorting cocaine all morning in the hopes of numbing the irritation he now faced. As he waited on Yari to arrive at the villa with the news, Constantine, mumbling incoherencies, stared at the mound of white powder in front of him. Yari has important information for you, sir, Mario had said. The Sicilian's blood boiled with expectancy. The Venezuelan servant strolled back into the room. Would you like some fresh coffee or something, sir? Fresh coffee might be good. Yes, sir. The Zaylan boss stopped the immigrant in his tracks. When Yari arrives, have him meet me in the study. Indeed, sir, as you wish. Scuss. 20 minutes later, The unruly gangster came rolling into the room. He took a seat across from the Sicilian in one of the high-back leather chairs in front of the teak desk. Fisher gazed uncaringly at the books that lined the walls, sighed, sneering at the endless volumes of hardbacks. With the grin of a Cheshire cat, he said, "Evidently we're not the only one to look around." The Sicilian shook cobwebs from his head. Part of his brain was pounding against his skull. It took nearly 2 seconds to process the information and just as long to say, "What do you mean?" "You're not gonna fucking believe it, but Aunt's younger brother's in Ternosian looking for him." Constantine stared at the unruly gangster like an owl might, one that thinks he sees something in the early morning light. "Is that a fact?" Visser wasted no time with this reply. "No fucking bullshit. My little bitch Femke tells me this morning that Aunt's younger brother's in Ternosian right fucking now. Evidently Hunt's not the one we thought he was, so I says to myself, we ought to take the little bunk and hold him as an insurance policy. He's down at Dykestrike 33 with Team on the boys' boars." "Team on the board? I thought he had left town because of his wife or something." Visser's words were unsympathetic. "My understanding is that Timon is with his woman in Switzerland now. They're saying he may be gone for good." The Sicilian contemplated the situation. With his adversary out of the game, it might just be an opportune time to pull off such a caper. "Do you think you can handle Mano Clyson and Klaus the Cracker?" "Fuck those cocksuckers. I got it." The unruly gangster rose from his chair, strutted over to the bar, and helped himself to a nostril full of cocaine. Constantine got up and did the same. With white powder on his upper lip, the Sicilian said, "Take Arno and Edwin with you, and no mistakes, understood? I'm gonna fuck them sorry bastards to hell. Don't you worry about a thing." Visser felt the first drip hit his chest. Constantine, he walked away from the bar, feeling empowered. While trying to catch his breath, he said, "Now let's inform everyone of the situation." When the two mobsters entered the morning room, Edwin the Groat and Arno the Longest stood up, anxious to hear the news. Constantine said to the men, "A new situation has come to light. Our sources say that Hunt's younger brother is presently in Ternosian looking for him." Edwin the Groat shot up on his long legs, a surprised look on his face. He said, "I thought I heard someone talking about some American in town. Arno DeLonga looked up from his Hustler magazine, his belly jiggling from the smallest movements of his body. Yeah, I heard that too. Constantine gave both men derogatory stares. And you didn't think anything of it? In his mind, he was thinking, dumb motherfuckers. At any rate, he said to the men, from what I understand, the situation involves Timo DeBoer's boys. Arno and Edwin listened intently at how the plan would go down. Wait until the shop closes, Constantine said. When the coast is clear, grab the American and bring him to the villa. Scuss. Over at Dykestraat 33, a few minutes before closing time, William was helping Klaus and Mano close up the shop. Mano was on the telephone, off toward the back. By the tone of the scholarly gangster's voice, William figured it had something to do with Jimmy, his brother. He could only wish that he understood what Mano said. The young American did see that Mano constantly went back to the paperback copy of Norman Mailer's The Naked and the Dead, thumb fanning the edges of the closed pages over and over and over and over. And then suddenly he clicked those pliers, click, 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 and then softer, click, 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 click. Ja, Klaus had said, it has everything to do with the Asperger's. Mano often goes to the pliers in tough situations. As Klaus rattled off the weights of the bags of weed and hash, William wrote them down in the logbook, thinking about what Klaus had said, thinking about those pliers, about how those damn things gave him the creeps. The scholarly gangster concluded his phone conversation, came over to William and said, it is possible that I may have information about your brooder. It may be an ambush we are walking into. I don't know. Klaus, you must come with me. William, in shock, said, I want to go too. No, William. You will only be in the way. You must go to the flat immediately, do you understand? No stops. Do you hear, boy? But, no buts, boy. Get the fuck to the flat. Klaus and I will handle the matter. Mano Gleason was unwavering. Perhaps we'll have the information on your brooder when we return. Remember, straight to the flat. Not one fucking stop, William, Klaus added. The two Dutchmen, in their language, briefly discussed the situation. William couldn't believe it. His brother might be alive, he said. So, when did all this come about? You do not want to get the hopes from you, Klaus said. But it is a good source. The men prepared themselves to leave. William thought, This is it. Like a kid anticipating a snack, he said. When y'all think you'll know something? Soon, lad, Manu said. Now go. Chet, on his way to the flat, William sucked in the moist air of the Dutch night. It was cold. Patches of fog here and there glided over the surface of the cobblestone streets. One step at a time, he told himself. He'll know something soon enough. Immediately to the flat, Manu Gleason had said. As he moved on, the young American's steps were plodding. The moon sat low in the sky. The navy blue tones of the starry night distorted, rippling. William heard the voices of the bubs now, knew that he was close, but not close enough. By an unfamiliar force, he was knocked backward, his body pulled into an alleyway. For a second, not knowing what had hit him, William fell on the back of his head, pressed against a cold wall. And then he understood. The officer had the punk by the throat. Not what you have expected, American. William's lung went flat. His heart pounded hard within his chest. Skipped several beats. You going to fuck the Dutch, you know? Visitor's English was poor. He never paid much attention in school. Soon, vivante. To William, the gangster appeared uneducated, not like his fellow Dutchman. Fearless, too. The first thing that came to mind was Manu and Klaus had been tricked. Now, the young American felt more frightened than at any other time in his life. Chapter 33.